Well, good afternoon. This is another video from Aquaspumante. What you've got here in front of you is a Sparklets soda siphon from, I'm guessing, around about the period, probably late 50s to early 60s. And the reason why I'm saying that is because the base of the soda siphon features a socket. So what we can do is we can put that on the turntable so that you can have a really good look at what it looks like. And what we've got here is, as I've said before, is the socket in the base, which I'll get onto later, and a head which is made out of what appears to be red bakelite. It's quite a large socket in here, and all of the guts of the soda siphon head fit through the bottom here rather than it having a screw-on cap, which was what was commonly the case with streamlined soda siphons. So there's a screw in here, but I've just put a little wooden dowel in that holds the sidearm in place, which is painted pressed brass, and it's the same sort of shape as the early ones from the Streamline, and it has this little tail on it. And the inside of the soda siphon, instead of having a tube, it has quite a wide entrance, and you may be able to see in there, there's a little metal sort of label suspended in the volume. Probably see it now. Suspended in the volume, which tells you how much water to put inside. So we'll go back to a little bit more about the head. Now, the head had what appears to be an acrylic dip tube, Lexan I think it's called, or something like that, dip tube, which combines at the top with the actual valve seat for controlling the flow of soda water, which is quite unusual. Certainly haven't seen that before, and that must be quite brittle, so we've got to be careful with that. Fortunately, it came out relatively easily from inside the soda siphon. Now, the soda control piston, which is located inside the head, like that, but inside. That's made out of pewter, and on top of that there was a spring, which holds this down against the pressure of the soda water pressing up, and there was no ring in there, but that's fallen out. Now, and this was all held in place with a little retaining screw which goes through the side, like so. That holds it in place. Right, as I was saying, so we had a quick look at the design of this, and now this style of piston is shared with the Streamline models of the 1940s through to very early 60s. Pewter piston piece with a nose seal made out of black rubber and an O-ring in there, and that goes in the same position as for other Sparklet soda siphons. Now, also in the head is a seal which goes in a recessed ring in here, like that. Basically it's a ring shape, but it isn't an O-ring because, well, the original one, it has a slot in it and it's more of a rectangular section than anything else. Anyway, that goes into a recess in there and that forms the seal between the head and the body and the upper part of the body. So, right. Now, as to the base, now the charging feature, as we can see here, consists of basically the same one that was in the Streamline, early Streamline models, certainly in the UK, and that has a black rubber seal, which is the type that's shared with the Type D. That fits in there, and in the centre is a piercing pin assembly of the same type as used in the Type D, and a lot of the early Streamline models. So basically what it consists of is a sealing screw at the end, a spring and a piercing pin. And that, the piercing pin fits inside the centre of this socket, and the seal screw has to be applied from inside the body of the soda siphon, and the valve seal for that, valve seat for that is inside the soda siphon. So we're going to have to do something about polishing that up a bit. That's going to be quite difficult because it's quite a deep reach into the bottom there. But essentially what this has shown is that most of the stuff we've got here is really shared with the early Streamline. It's just they've restyled the body, and like most of the Sparklets soda siphon of this type, it takes the standard Sparklets key. So it used to have and originally have a die-cast metal key similar to this that could be plugged in, thread screwed up down onto this fitting in the bottom, and then removed once the soda siphon had been charged with carbon dioxide, taken away. I suppose the disadvantage of this having it in the base is that this could be prone to getting dust and debris in it. I'm not sure if it wasn't supplied with perhaps a little screw-on cap or something like that, but when we acquired this it didn't have that, although it did have some original capsules in a little envelope but no instructions. So it may have come with a cap. Certainly we now do a brass cap that fits onto the Type D, a remanufactured brass cap, and that could be used potentially to cover up that socket. I haven't got one here at the moment, but we can show that on a later video once we actually get this soda siphon working. So that's, now the other thing I forgot to mention is that there is a little seal, rubber seal, which goes on there, and it's held in place, and that seals that. It's a little black rubber seal. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this to one side now, and we will be attempting to get this fully working once again so that we can show this in a subsequent video. Thanks for watching. This video has been brought to you by Aqua Spumante.